So, we're here. We haven't taped in a while, right? So we're
true.
back.
Yeah.
Looking like ourselves. Yeah, welcome back. So we're at Blas Studio. We got a new little location, right? They upped the budget. You know, they backed the truck up, gave us a few dollars. You know what I mean?
Word.
Yeah, these phantom
Nice.
sponsors. You know what I mean? They gave us some money. So we did a little upgrade. It's nice in here. It's clean. It's bright.
It's airy, it's bright. I
Nice
like
good
it.
stuff. You like it?
I like it. I'm with
I like it too. So it's a
Okay.
thumbs up.
Cool.
That's cool. So it's good to be back.
Yes, it's good
And
to be back.
let's get right to it. Like, what are we talking about today?
So today, let's talk about Black people having issues with Black businesses.
Okay.
Let's get into that.
And we have similar opinions about the situation, but the fact is that we
Because
both
you're
know
gonna
that there are
ride and die
issues.
for your people.
Of course I am, but we all know that we do have issues. We find issues because Black people talk a lot. So you're going to hear about Black businesses all the time from your peers, right, who deal with Black businesses, the issues that arrive, right? So I'm going to state my point.
Okay.
How I feel
That's
is
fine.
we're supposed to have a little bit more leniency with these Black businesses when it comes to situations because, you know, it's rough out here in the streets, baby.
I absolutely disagree. If you want to be a Black business, by all means, you need to have preparation and be prepared so somebody can take your business serious. I'm not giving out no passes because you're Black. Sorry.
You already-
If I spend my money with the white man, and it's unfortunate, but if I spend my money with the white man, he's not giving me any passes, and I'm not expecting anything less than what I'm paying for. Period.
Okay, so if we're gonna do like that, since you already drew this line, you got. I see this little testy in here.
I mean,
but,
hey,
what?
Because I feel like everyone's like, support Black businesses, support Black businesses. Like, let's keep the dollars, the Black dollars circulating, and we need to support our own. But then when it comes time, when the proof is in the pudding, we not doing what we're supposed to do.
Let me ask you a question. Are we a
Ask
broken
it.
people?
Yeah, we are.
All right, so you expect broken people to do things like correctly all the time, dot every I, cross every T. Do you believe that?
No, but what I will say is if you're going to do business, you decided like, hey, I don't want to work for Whitey anymore. I want to go ahead and be an entrepreneur and I want to start my own business. If you're going to that level and to that extent and that's what you want to do, then you need to be prepared to make sure that you have the necessary steps checked off before you decide to go into business. And that's something that we don't do. We go in there blindly, just jump and just let the chips fall where they may. And usually it's not a good experience on the other end.
You ever heard of trial and error? Because listen, and first of all,
You can't have trial and error with my money.
No, every time I say something, you can't just ramble on
Sorry.
after. Like you
Okay,
gotta let
sorry.
me say something. Don't act
Do you
crazy.
think?
See?
Do you think?
No, because I can't prove my point because you just jump in and start going Black girl on me. See what I'm saying?
Black hoodie talk?
Word, like relax. So what I'm trying to say to you is like trial and error, meaning that we don't have all of the necessary skills sometimes to create this type of thing you want, which is everything being in order. We do come in half-assed a lot of the time, but we're trying. So you never heard of like E for effort? What about giving them an E for effort? We're trying and we are fucking it up. That's what it is. We are fucking it up, but we're trying. Instead of you like, and I feel like us, we always point the finger at each other and saying that's not good. But I know a lot of white businesses, right, that I've dealt with, who, you know what they do? They have delays too. Amazon, they'll tell you they're sending that package on Tuesday. It don't come on Tuesday.
But you know what the difference is between Amazon and that Black business? They communicate.
Okay.
They let you know that it's not coming on Tuesday. Black businesses, and I'm not saying all, so I'm not gonna just draw a whole like across the board. This is how it goes. No, because at my experiences with a lot of Black businesses, I've had good experience and I've had bad. But unfortunately, I've had more bad than I've had good. But the problem that I have is the communication. For one, not all, because sometimes it's the professionalism as well. But the communication part, yeah. Amazon will send that email before you like, damn, I just completed the order. They're already sending an email about how like there may be a delay. But
Wow.
what happens with Black businesses? What happens when there's a delay or there's a snafu or there was a hiccup or something comes up that an unexpected issue that comes up during your process of fulfillment. What do black businesses do? Not all. Please, I want to put that disclaimer out there because I don't want anybody attacking us like, well, I do black
attack
business.
you. Not me. You attack you.
I'm
I'm not going to be attacked.
But I am saying though,
Shit.
what happens? Tell me.
What happens is they call you and they send you a nice little note and they put an email and they put like a chocolate on your pillow when you get there.
Black businesses do that?
Yes, all the time.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
That's your word?
That's my word. That's my word. Yes, they do very well.
Yeah.
You ask me a question, I'm answering the question.
Bugging.
On tape.
That's not how it
goes.
goes.
Yes, you do a good job.
No, that's not how it goes.
Yes, that's what you do.
You have to harass them. You would think that you're not putting money in their pocket. And another thing that I don't like, and I'm on one, yes.
You are an uppity Negro today. Yo, are you?
Another thing that I don't like
God.
is that, like, a lot of time with black businesses, they prioritize, right? They prioritize with who's going to put more money in my pocket or how much money am I going to make off of this person. And that's not fair because if you're spending $2, if you're spending $200, the customer service should be the same. I'm sorry. But in black business, we don't do that. We'll gear towards the person that's or shine the light. Right?
I'm not even clapping that. I almost got caught.
The person that's spending $200 on whatever said product, service, or whatever, we'll gear to them, right? We'll make sure the customer service is better. Not necessarily the best, but better. But the person that's spending $2, if you know you're not about to make a lot of money for them, you are definitely putting them to the back burner. And that's sad because across the board, whitey don't do that.
Okay, so let me ask you this. I'm going to throw something in this mix because I'm getting upset. So why is it that I am getting upset because you're bugging? So why is it that when black people deal with black businesses, why do you always want a discount? Why do you always want to talk you down? Let's talk about that part. Let's talk about that. Why do you always want to say, yo, I bought 3 shirts. I need.
That's true.
Right? So what are you talking about? So we all fucked up. Like that's what I'm trying to tell you. We all come in the game fucked up. So why is it that they get a pass and we don't get a pass? Look, I run a little black business. I understand the pitfalls of having a black business. It is complicated, but I do try to at least communicate, right? That's why I put a disclaimer out on Instagram recently because I wanted to tell people that we were moving locations, that their orders were going to be processed. I had a little, issue with location. To move a whole shop is different. It's difficult, so it's time, right? So I tried to do better. But I had to learn that. I had to learn that from seeing other people or waiting for my order for 7 months. Yeah, but now I'm not 7 months is success. But
it happens that way.
We're getting better. I'm saying but I think that black people always be pointing their fingers. Like, why are you always pointing the fingers at us?
No, we need to do better. We need to do better.
Let me ask you this too, because I'm getting mad too. Let me ask you this.
Get mad.
You give Whitey your car, right?
Okay.
And he's supposed to fix that car. That car don't come back that day he tell you he's gonna fix it. He ain't calling you and telling you that car ain't coming. You know why? Because he got dirt on his fingernails and he got no time to be doing that. And the part's supposed to come at 7 o'clock and it ain't there. And he go about his business. We ain't giving Whitey that same grief we giving the black person. Now if that black person got your car, you like, bruh, where my car at, man? I need my car. Stop playing with me. So we even giving each other a harder way to go.
Okay.
But we give Whitey a pass like we still in slavery days. Like, why did you just have?
No, that is true.
Oh, good. So I win.
Okay.
Look, I like it. Let's go.
It's not about winning the argument.
Man.
But I think across the board, right? There are different parts of the business that needs attention. Can we say that?
Tell me what's the attention? Where's the need?
For one, customer service is high on the priority list.
We don't have no money to buy people for customer service. I make the phone calls.
Courtesy is part of customer service.
My cell phone is a little shaky because
that's number one. Well, get your shit together. You shouldn't be doing business if that's the case.
I'm trying.
That's number one. Number two is professionalism. Professionalism is important. There's a lot of time. I'll tell you a quick example. Story time. So my girlfriend, we're on the phone, we're having a conversation, and she's talking about her experience with black businesses, and she needed an attorney. Now, right there, if you're saying you need an attorney, we talking about serious business here on whatever level it is, okay? She said she proceeds to call the young lady because it was a referral, right? Oh yeah, my girl, she's a lawyer, call her. You know, that type of thing. She calls her. She says, the woman answers the phone in a car. Now, she, mind you, this is the website that she got the number off of, and she's just hearing all of this noise in the background or whatever. And she's like, she said it inaudible. She said she could not really hear, and she was like, hello, and the lady was like, hello, and she's like, is this a law firm? And she proceeds to say, who's this? She said, I'm sorry, is this the law firm? And she goes, who is this? Now she's doing the next stuff. Now I can't see it, but I'm sure in my mind that's how it went. Right? Cool. She proceeds to say, my friend, this is her experience with black business, and this is an attorney now. She's like, oh, well, a potential client? She was like, oh, well, can I give you a call back? She was like, this is actually the second time that I'm calling. I called and left a message the other day. You didn't return my call, so I thought that I would call again. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. There seems to be some issues with my messaging service. But I'll give you a call back. Is this your number? I'll give you a call back in 30 minutes. She said, yes, this is my number. She's like, okay. She never called.
You think you can come on here and give me one horror story and I'm supposed to cry?
Oh, I have many, because that was my girlfriend's.
I don't care about that.
That was my girlfriend's experience, but I can tell you some of my own. But the thing about it is, I'll get to that in a second. But the point that let me just talk about what I just said. The thing about it, like, number one, she's an attorney. If she's an attorney, like I said, this is serious business. We're not talking about if she needed an attorney.
Serious business,
if she needed an attorney for something, whatever it is or whatever she has going on, this is some serious stuff. So if you're a black attorney and I'm trying to put some money in your pocket, why wouldn't you take your business serious?
You know why? Because I got to pick up my daughter from school at the same time as phone call.
Oh, that's why she's in the car, right?
Right.
So why you didn't return the phone call?
Because my daughter had a fight. Nene fought Quay Quay, and it got crazy. And the police was called. It was a little rough. I don't know why.
We get it. Because this is how we do business.
Okay, so
this is poor. It's poor business.
It's not ideal. It's not ideal, but I'm just trying to say, we got to take this type of shit with a grain of salt because it's cultural. Like, we are not ready yet. We're trying to get ready. Right now, more and more black businesses are happening now. So it's like an influx. So in that influx, you're going to have a lot of pieces of shit that's doing business. A lot of bad people that's doing business. A lot of poorly trained people. That's what we said about finishing the race, right? Mm-hmm. It's not where you start, it's where you end. So I'm starting fucked up. I got a few dollars. I got an LLC. I'm trying to do something. My shipment's messed up. Whatever the situation may be. The communication part, 100% understand that. That is where you win.
I'm not giving you a pass because you don't have it all together. I'm
Yo,
sorry. Not if I'm spending my money. I'm sorry.
Yo.
Because my same homegirl that I was talking to, she said she hung that phone up. She called the Jew lawyer, and he called her back immediately.
Because they are at a better stance. They have a better stance. Like, if you look at it, like, white people in general have better footing in society than we do. We're grabbing for straws. Our feet is not really like in the mud. We're slipping. So we don't have the same viewpoint. We have the same stance, the same angles, nothing. So when you asking us for something, it's going to be a little shittier. It's got to be a little dirt on it because we don't have the same shit. But if you help me, eventually I'll get better at this.
But
you are uppity Negro and you don't want to help people. Yes. You know why? Because
I'm not an uppity.
You're uppity Negro.
Get out of here. No.
You are.
If I'm spending
You're not bougie.
If I'm spending
shit. You're not bougie?
That's to be determined.
Oh, that's not.
If I'm spending my money, my expectation is for you to meet and to meet my expectation. And another thing,
lower your expectations.
Fuck that. Especially if I'm spending my money with black people, I want my experience to be a good one. You know why? Because once I have that good experience, number one, it's going to make me proud. That's number one. Number two, it's going to afford me the ability to be like, you know what? I'm going to patronize this business again because my experience was so good. And then the third thing, I'm not only am I going to I'm going to spend my money with you again, I'm also going to refer you to somebody else to say they do good business. Go to them so that I can put more money in your pocket. Yes. So that's why my expectation for Black businesses is because we're so far behind the 8 ball. Well, what do? We drop the fucking ball, and then that makes me pissed because it's like, damn, that my homegirl's experience was a referral. It wasn't like, oh yeah, that's somebody that she knew that dropped the ball and make the expectation low. No, she didn't even know the person. It was a referral. So if you're giving me a referral, each people, one hand wash the other, both hands wash the face. If we're helping each other, at least do your part. You need to be prepared. You need community service. I'm sorry.
Community service,
you need customer service.
I came for community service. That's why my business is messed up. Yeah, exactly.
But I'm saying these are the necessary things that need to happen in order for the business to go well. But we're missing certain parts, and you're saying, oh, because we don't know, and we're starting, so we're not at the same advantage point as others. Cool. But then there's things that you can do. You can educate yourself. You can go to all these free webinars about how to build your business, how to become a good entrepreneur. There are resources out there. We don't do none of that. We just do everything on the fly. And then when there's a snafu, and trust, there will be a snafu.
It's got it. That's
just how it goes. If any business that you know, if it's moving smoothly, you're winning, because that's just things that you don't think that's gonna happens. That's just what in business, period. So, but I'm just saying, when those things happen, you need to be prepared to let your audience know, let your customer know, let your client know, hey, this is what's happening. Sorry for the delay. Hey, I got your call. I can't speak right now, but can we schedule something for another day? No, we don't do that. We just let it go. And it's in different industries too. It's not just one. It's not just a product or service. I have had bad experiences in both. And it's sad. And I want our people to win. I'm Black. Why wouldn't I want? And whether you think I'm bougie or not, that's on you. But what I'm saying is,
it's on you too.
I want our people to win. But unfortunately, we do bad business.
Right, but you're holding us to a high regard that I feel as if we should not be held to because of the reasons you just said. You said that we're coming from a disadvantage. We have a disadvantage. A disadvantage is if I only got 1 foot, I can't run as fast as the person with 2 feet. I'm at a disadvantage. Black people have a disadvantage in this country, period. So that being said, that comes with, we're going to do not what you think we should do. We're going to do what we can sometimes, and we're going to do sloppy work sometimes. We're going to fuck it up. I just told you that it happens, but the problem is we are so judgmental in our culture. It's disgusting.
I agree with that.
We be mad because the macaroni and cheese ain't good. You see what I'm saying? But it's free food though. It's free food. Niggas be like, yo,
that macaroni and cheese gotta be here.
He's like, nah. Like I'm saying, we are so critical of each other. It is disgusting. It's to the point where I'm like, do you really want us to win? Because all you do is pick. Black people, all they do is pick.
Okay.
They get a car. So you pick them up in the car and they give them a ride. They be like, when's the last time you washed this car? I'm picking you up. You asked me for a ride.
Okay.
We got to change that mentality. I'm not saying what you're saying, right? I think communication is the key. I 100% wholeheartedly feel like you have to communicate with the people you're dealing with, and you have to be able to stay on top of that, 100%. And I think if you do that, if we drive that message home, communication, I think businesses will get better because the more you talk, the easier it is to work through the problems. I believe that. But there are issues that we have, and we are fucked up, but we can't just turn our back on people. We can't say, I'm going to just call the Jew lawyer and not give them the business, because you know what? That doesn't make anything better. Just deal with the janky lawyer.
No.
I deal with janky lawyer.
I can understand that. I think there are things that we can do to tighten up a bit.
So
there are things that we can do. And you asked me for my experience, I'll give it to you. So I wanted some t-shirts made. Right? Put some graphic tees on some t-shirts. I'm like, yeah, I got this idea or whatever. I'm gonna put these
this is
t-shirts
a terrible
on.
story, people. Terrible
so I get the t-shirt, like a couple of them. I like, you know, all right, I want this to say this and I want that to say that or whatever. And I get the t-shirts. The turnaround time was quick. He gave me my stuff right back. He communicated with me like, hey, I got
he did good. He did good.
Yeah, he did.
Good
I didn't have
good
any problems with the production of the order. I showed my homegirl. We chopping it up or whatever. And I was like, oh, girl, I got some shirts made or whatever. Let me show you. I showed her this shirt. She's like, what does this mean? And I'm like, what does what mean? She was like, this. Like, I'm reading this shirt. Like, this doesn't make sense. Me, on fast mode, didn't even really pay attention to the fact that he spelled the word on the shirt wrong. Like, these are things, like I'm saying, in black businesses. Like, that's something that could have been avoided. Like, you spell check.
Human error.
But you're putting this on a shirt? And
Sorry.
you're putting this product out there, and you want me to recommend you to others and stuff like that. So your shirt say simple, right?
Yes.
That's something simple that he could have done to make sure that the words on the shirt was spelled correctly before you put that product out. You can't put a bad product out there and then think that people are supposed to be like, support black businesses all day. Like,
Yo,
come on.
listen.
You're killing me.
Listen.
You're killing me.
I apologize for that, man. But going forward, we still have to support each other, and we still got to stop complaining so much, and we got to give constructive criticism to the people, but still support. Say, hey, you know, that was a little aloof. The situation was a little crazy.
Aloof?
Like,
that's the word.
yes, it's like it was a little haywire. I mean, wires got crossed. So just use those words to bring the people back and to correct them. Redirection is good. Okay, that was a little rough. And now we're going to do better. But the moral of the story is, what I want to leave the people with today is, do not give up on us. We are doing better.
Yeah, it's definitely on level. That's for sure.
Big Queens, man.